Things back over to Gary. Talk a little bit more about this soggy Storm Track 5 forecast, Gary.
Yeah, soggy for about another hour, maybe an hour and a half, I'd say at the most. But basically, we've seen that rain reduced down to just some light sprinkles across most of the city. Still puddles, and we'll still be dodging those for the next few hours. But for the most part, I think you'll see things improving if you do want to get outside. And oh my goodness, if you do want to get outside, I'm telling you, it's so nice and cool outside. But check this out. Look way to the west. See that? Patches of blue out there, so won't be long before we see a little bit of that. And there's the tail end of that rain, which right now it's basically stopped in western Leavenworth County, western Johnson County, and it looks like Miami County may be seeing the last of the raindrops too. That'll push through the city again, hour and a half. It'll be all the way finished, but I'm watching perhaps some redeveloping showers, and I'm basically looking at those cells there. When it reaches into an area that has a lot more potential in it, could see a few storms fire back up again. So Warrensburg about 12:30, just after this newscast ends. It should be, the leading edge will be around you, but it may not be strong by the time it gets to Warrensburg. It may have to go all the way to areas south of Sedalia before that happens. 71 with a little bit of light rain still falling at the moment, and a couple of drops on the camera lens, as you can see. Southerly winds at about 5. Humidity? It's up there at 93%, and it's going to stay pretty sticky through most of the day. But look at the temperature difference. Still pretty warm southeast of our area, but temperatures have really cooled now. 71 degrees, Kansas City. Olathe, recent rains have cooled you guys to 69, but we'll see a rebound in temps this afternoon, almost 80 at 5 o'clock. By 7, 76, and then temperatures will start to head back down again by about 9 o'clock tonight. Here's another look at that evening planner. 79, 76, and 73 will take us all the way through the midnight hour. The rain's definitely on their way out, as you can see here. No question about that. A couple of sprinkles that wouldn't surprise me if we saw one or two of those. But if you're outside, those would be so light and so few and far between, you wouldn't even need to carry an umbrella with that. There will be subsequent rains, but they all look about like this. And you'll see just little waves of rain passing by to the north generally, and a few maybe to the south, but not many are in line to reach Kansas City. In the meantime, tonight, or at least through the evening, large hail and damaging winds look to be the primary threat, but I think you have to get all the way to south of Sedalia before you see that happening. Rainfall? Well, now that we're almost to the end of the system, it doesn't look like much more is going to be falling in the rain gauge. But we did pick up plenty of rain today, especially to the north, where some areas picked up over 5 inches of rain in that corridor along U.S. Highway 36. 69 at 7. 80 at noon, 86 at 5 o'clock. That is still slightly cooler than normal, but it's going to be a humid day on Thursday, and then heat and humidity return Friday. But the yellow weather alert tags are saved for the weekend when temperatures work into the mid-90s, and we have heat index values over the weekend that approach 103 to maybe, especially on Sunday, to as high as 108 or 110 degrees. The heat is definitely back on this weekend. I'll have a close look at that weekend forecast, Carolyn, coming up today at 4.
All right. Thanks, Gary.